Bro, it pleases me greatly when smaller folk look upon me from below. Yo! Yo! Bro! Dude, Escanor just freaking... The man just destroyed Rudisill, like... Yo! Like, Escanor! That line alone just made the chapter for me. The man is like, he jumps up, looks down at Rudisill. It pleases me greatly when smaller folk looks upon me from below. And he's saying it to like the leader of the four archangels. Like, yo, savage. Just straight savagery from Escanor. Okay, so, we had a lot of clarification with this chapter. Escanor, his origin, the origin of his power, sunshine, the origin of his absurd strength, and all of that, it has been finally clarified. Now, there was fan theories all around about this for a while, especially with what happened last week. I saw the theories kind of come back and all that, and people were discussing it. It was always theorized for a long time now that Escanor might be some form of goddess related to a goddess, either cursed by a goddess clan, or he's a reincarnation of a goddess, or something like that. You know, that's what many have discussed for a very long time. It's not something that came out of nowhere, because it's just like the evidence has been there. Now, with this chapter, it is revealed that Rudisill, in fact, understands and knows the power of Escanor. And the power that Escanor has is from Mel, which we found out about in the last chapter. Now, his name was already dropped a while ago, but we got to see what happened to Mel thanks to what Estarossa did. And apparently, it now clarifies how Estarossa was able to defeat Mel. I think it's pretty much clarified now how Estarossa beat the man. But let's kind of discuss the big point here, okay? And how ironic this chapter is in so many different ways. Number one, okay? Escanor, this man, he is the reincarnation of a goddess, most likely. He is Mel. Since he says he was born with this power, that most likely means that he is the reincarnation. And number two, we also can actually look at the entire fight between Estarossa and Escanor with a whole new level of meaning. Most likely, when Estarossa took down Mel, most likely he took him down because Mel was weakened. It was in the middle of the night. Because if we go by the properties of the power and what was stated by Rudisill also in this chapter, because Mel most likely had the exact same thing, it seems like he did get weaker at night as well. So it's not just an Escanor thing. So if Estarossa found out about this, well, stab the man in the back. He can't do anything. So yeah, that's probably what happened. If I had to assume anything, it makes a lot of sense for Estarossa to do something like that, especially to take someone down like, you know, Escanor, which is absurdly strong, and it's also even more understanding when you realize that Escanor completely destroyed Estarossa a while back, and it's the same person Estarossa took down. So, yeah, it's obvious Estarossa played dirty. He played very dirty taking the man down. And when Escanor took that man down a long time ago, it was like a grudge match. It was just like, he destroyed the man. He's like, yeah, you killed me. You killed my original self. You're going down. So that's basically what happened there. So I thought that scene was very funny and ironic now because it clarifies so much to that fight. And it's like, you would think Estarossa, after what happened to him, what he encountered through Escanor, he might understand now what he needs to do, which is actually kind of a scary thought to think about, because it's now possible that Estarossa knows. He knows the truth about Escanor and his weaknesses and stuff, because remember, he took down Mel. So, possibility that Escanor is probably going to get wrecked very soon. Oh yes, not in his strong form, but probably in his weak night form. I can definitely see it happening very soon, because it's a very big weakness. I've discussed this many times. It's a very, very, very big weakness. So, yeah. That's probably going to happen. I could definitely see a revenge match coming in from Estarossa. And maybe even Rudisill might come in and do something crusty too, because, you know, it seems like he's not really happy with the whole Escanor having the power of 4 archangels. So, yeah. So, let's get right into it. The dialogue between Rudisill and Escanor besides the clarification to Sunshine, we also see how Rudisill, obviously, he's really upset. Like, the man's angry. And I could see these two going on a collision course very soon. Like, they're probably going to have a match. And knowing how Rudisill is and how scummy he plays, I could see the man attacking Escanor from the back. Or he might set up Escanor to die to Estarossa, something like that. I definitely see something like that happening. And most likely through Escanor and however Rudisill treats Escanor is probably going to clarify whatever happened to Mel a long time ago. Now, another thing to talk about, I just want to point out, I really love this panel when Escanor is just sitting there just, like, making Rudisill look like a jobber. Like, he's just blocking the attacks and just like, yo. It looks so, it's so funny to imagine blocking all the attacks, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It just like, you know, I can imagine the sound effects, like, ooh, it just, you know, blocking it, or, you know, just doing, oh, so Disney, or something like that, as, you know, he's just blocking the attacks. I can already see it in my head. I cannot wait to see this part animated. It's probably going to be freaking hilarious. But, yeah, that is something of interest when it comes to the chapter. So, getting into the other stuff, let's talk about the Gowther segment. So, Gowther asks Merlin a question. Asks Merlin to help him out in some way. We don't know exactly what it is, but it has something to do with how he was in the past as the Ten Commandments. And I'm very curious on exactly what it is, because Nakaba Sensei kind of, you know, didn't show us. We just got a little bit of a setup for it, and it wasn't clarified. So it's definitely going to be something very important down the road, and just it's a matter of time until we actually find out. But Merlin thought Gowther was kind of mad for even asking that question, so wonder what it's about. I really do. I wonder if it has something to do with the, you know, the previous Gowther, the real Gowther or something. Maybe that's what, you know, he's trying to ask Merlin to do or something to do with that. We also get to see a little bit of update status going on with King, and, you know, how King is basically watching over Elaine, and he's like, Captain, you need to get back soon. Bond, you need to get back soon. And it's just kind of letting us know that the Seven Deadly Sins are having a really rough time right now, and with, you know, the whole thing with the Archangels and stuff, things can go rather bad quickly, because King and Diane are obviously very aware of how Rudisill is and how he is as a person. He's a very scummy dude. He does some shady stuff, and obviously he doesn't care about the giant clan, the human clan, or, you know, the fairy clan. He'll do anything for the goddess clan and throw everybody else under the bus just for his own desires. And we also get an update status with Elizabeth as well. We get to see how she is also thinking about Meliodas and, you know, wanting to help him out. We do get some name drops for the 4 Archangels' abilities. We get Tornado, Sunshine, Ocean, and Flash. So that's the abilities as well of the 4 Archangels, which is a representation of the elements, I'm assuming, or just holy light, because, like, let's think about this. Sunshine represents holy light or fire, because we saw how Escanor was. Ocean would represent the water. Tornado would represent the wind, and Flash, Earth? That's weird. Because, like, when you think of the elements and stuff, like the 4 elements, you know, Earth, Fire, Water, Wind, you would think that it would be something similar to Earth. So I don't understand what Flash means, but, yeah, it's definitely an element thing going on with the 4 Archangels. So let me know your thoughts. How do you all feel about this chapter? How do you feel about Escanor basically just destroying Rudisill? And also, it is clarified that apparently, you know, Mel was stronger than Rudisill. So that lets us know that Escanor is above Rudisill. Just saying. Just saying. One last thing to mention before I end this video. I want to talk about the Hawk and Escanor stuff for a second. That stuff, I have to say, I'm really loving the exchange between Hawk and Escanor recently. Every time they hang out, I find it incredibly funny. And it just, like, there's always something interesting going on that could just give you a good laugh. For instance, Escanor, he's talking to, you know, Hawk, and, you know, he's like, how does Merlin feel about me? Even Hawk clarifies, like, everything, like, you're a very strong, muscular dude in the day, and a very wimpy, weak dude at night. And he's like, that's just explaining my character, nothing more. And I was just laughing. And then basically Escanor's like, I need you to tell Merlin something for me. And he's just, like, forcing Hawk to do it. And I'm like, yo, Escanor, like, I love their combos. I really love Hawk and Escanor's combos, because it does make sense, because Hawk is like a boar, and since Merlin is the boar sin, it would make sense why Escanor talks to Hawk, because like I said, the relationship to her sin, boar sin, so Yeah, I love that dynamic. I know many might not care about that segment when it comes to this chapter, but it just gave me a good smile and laugh. So with that, I'm going to end this video here. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. And if you want to get notified for whenever I upload a video, please click the bell icon down below. So with that, please be safe, stay healthy, stay warm. Chibi out.